The next speaker will be Sasha from Adesso, Sasha Katalin. Right there. Hello, how are you doing?
I'm fine.
So are you wired up? You too?
Yes. I think we will use the mic.
You introduce yourself. Okay. And you use the mic? Okay. So then let's go.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Sasha. This is my colleague Olaf. We both work for a company called Adesso. We do IT projects. We have our headquarters in Dortmund. We have a lot of different locations in Germany, like in Stuttgart, Berlin, Hamburg, also Munich, with about 90 employees in Munich. The whole group has about 1,500 employees, and as I said, we do IT projects. So we have on the one side the business, where we define strategies and processes, and we have the technology on the other side, where we do the software deployment, development, implement applications, and after the rollout, we do the handover to system operation and to the hosting. We do this in different lines of business, like insurance, banking, health, the public sector, automotive, just to name a few. And this will just give you only a first impression of who we are and what we do. And Olaf will tell you now a bit more about the problem statement.
So I'm here now to tell you a little bit about the project we like to do this year within the iOS practice. And the central question of this project is, what does your mobile know? In this case, your iPhone. The motivation behind this is a mobile phone is a very nice thing. It's very practical. You can do a lot of things with it. But a lot of people also feel kind of uncertain because it has also a lot of personal data, and you never know who can reach this data. And if someone gets to your personal data, who is not supposed to have it, he could use it against you or something like that. So, but this uncertainty of the people, how can you fight it? Simply, you have simply to show what is the danger and what can you do, how can you get to the data of the cell phone. So, what we like to do is we want to try out where are the limits, what data of your personal or what personal data we can get with one application. That means we put ourselves in the shoes of the bad guys. We are going to be a kind of big brother and try to spy on you. As we are not that really bad big brother, afterwards we want to show you what information we have gathered, and we also want to show you the leads to this information. So what we want to do, perhaps it is also in the naming. I want to go for that now. The application should be called Informing. 3 points, information, everything the application will do is around information. We will collect information in the first place. Forming is we want to collect the information from different sources. But if you then connect these data from different sources, you gain new information. So we form the data. And finally, informing, we will inform you about the data we reached and we gained. And we also want to show you where the data came from and from which algorithms and combinations the information came. So the sources of information with the iPhone we thought of are, for example, the GPS coordinates, the address books, photos, and the internet. There are some more, for example, the different sensors. But these are the ones we used for the scenarios we had as an example for you. The scenarios I will get to in a minute. What I like to point out right in this moment is that these scenarios are just examples what the application should do. We really hope that the team will be very creative and think of further scenarios and other ways of gathering additional information. So the first thing is, with the GPS coordinates, we think we can find out where you live and where you work. If we then connect these data, for example, with some listing of companies in the internet, we might even find out where your employer is. Or if you are going regularly to the gym to work out. You go there perhaps with a bike, and we track it with GPS again. We find out the speed you're traveling is around 20-25 kilometers per hour, so we know you are using the bike. Again, we check the place. It's a gym, so we know you are kind of sportive person, which would be, for example, a very interesting information for insurance companies. Another thing, you meet with some friends and you go to the mountains. You take some pictures on your way and at the mountains. And even if our application was not running during the trip, if we finally get to the photos with the help of the GPS coordinates and the time, we can find out where you moved. And perhaps you have even a very well-maintained contact list. So not only the names and the phone numbers, but also some photos of your friends. Maybe we can do some face detection and check the photos against the contact list, so we know with whom you were on that trip. I put down some functional requirements. It's not really necessary to go through all of them. I think the most important one is that this application has to learn. It has to have a learning curve, because the data is always unsure, and only reoccurring situations can make or give a better knowledge of things. For example, if you used the application the first time you were on vacation and we try to get from that the information where you live or where you work, we would be completely wrong. So we have to learn and re-evaluate all our data and what we have found out so far. Yes, the other very important thing is, finally, we have to show the data to the person of the that has provided us with the data, so the person can learn from it, and perhaps the next time if an application asks for the access to your contact list or whatever, you think twice, is it necessary that this application can reach my contact list, or maybe there is another reason why they want to do it. Yeah, non-functional requirements. We want to have a really fancy application for the presentation of the data, some digging in and something like that. Yeah, some backup functionality, nothing really wild. And that's already the end of it. We'd like to join us in this project. Actually, this photo was stolen from another campaign, but I liked it, so I took it. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Let's see. There's no more time for questions. Thank you very much.